People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now, people, whenever you hear the saying, Jamaica gone to the dogs, that is a disrespect to dogs. Jamaica gone to the jankro. Jamaica gone, it has sunken to the depths, the abyss of hell. Now, I am speaking about a video that has been making its round on social media. In this video that is said to be at Tivoli Gardens Comprehensive School, cannot verify or validate that, but I think it is. There's some sorts of verbal, physical altercation between a student who is said to be 16-year-old and a teacher. In this video, them a grab up each other, them a drape up each other. Mostly the little student. Bleach out, of course, look like the typical picture that you would see when you see any sorts of criminal elements. Not to say that people that bleach, none of them are decent. However, there's a certain criminal criteria, certain image in which most criminals in Jamaica have. And this youth definitely is going to be a criminal. Now, people, based on the information or based on the video, we see the boy grab up the teacher, drape up the teacher so badly, and I am not saying that she's not draping him up back. She is just innocent in all of this. However, based on the information that is out there, it is said that this youth came in the class, he was acting boisterously. That means him nah head, him nah behavior. As a matter of fact, there is a text that is out there that pretty much explains everything. And people, this is what the caption read. It is on your screen. Just got information about the incident. The teacher said that the child is not a student of her class and he was selling ganja to students. She said she saw the video and she asked him to leave and he refused. So she took a picture and sent that picture to the class coordinator. That is when he got up and started to lick her up in her face. The student was also suspended, so therefore the student was not supposed to be even in a class. When the principal heard what was going on, the principal fainted. The principal had to be taken to the place of recovery, and also the teacher in the video. She had to receive medical attention. Now, people, we understand this is social media, so therefore, whenever anything happens, person are always going to amp it up, exaggerate the flair for the dramatic. However, what we do know, based on the Parental report, is that, yes, this boy was officially charged for ASSAULTING, the teacher, and yes, the boy is going to be kicked out of the school. Now, people, one thing that is even more disturbing about Jamaica is that whenever there's any sorts of act, you always have some criminal-minded people that are always going to take up for the person who is obviously wrong. You always have some parent that, because them don't know any sorts of better, and herein lies why the problems exist in Jamaica. So, people, there's a picture that is out. And this is what the caption in the picture says. Ademia Drankria Favel, which is the Minister of Education, having at the classroom. Any BBC teacher draw off a chair and lick my picnic. I make my head chip out. Them drankro. Now, people, like me say, the caption is a little bit small, so therefore me not see too properly. But the gist of it is that this person actually made a post on social media defending this little youth. And yes, people, in the video, the teacher basically draw one chair or one desk and I lick off for the little boy. So I'm going to say the teacher was 100% innocent in all of this. However, if I am a teacher and this is my class and somebody comes in my class and being boisterous, and even worse, if the rumors are true that yes, him get suspended because he must sell ganja to the other student them, so therefore this tells you that this little boy is a piece of SHIT. And people, I am not going to say to give up on little picnic, because people are always, them can't redeem themselves. Them can't turn out to be something other than a piece of SHIT, which he is currently is. Now people, when you look at stuff like this, and I think back in the olden days, or even back in the days when me used to go to school, I cannot recall one incident in which me hear say no teacher and no student in an argument, much less in a physical and verbal confrontation. Them things that never happen. And I know that we're in an information age, and with social media, things get exposed. So maybe because back then it was not like that. However, back then it was way different. Students used to be disciplined. Students used to listen to teacher. When teacher talk, it had the gospel like a God has said. Now care if the teacher wrong or not, you are going to sit down or go in a corner, hold one ears, hold one foot, keep by your mouth, quiet your ass. Pretty much is the point that I am trying to say. Now people, here is the thing, and here is where the problem comes from. The problem comes from the foundation, the home. A lot of these people come from dysfunctional home. However, even so, a lot of people that come from dysfunctional home, them not act like this. So pretty much, here is the plan going forward. If you know say you're worthless, and you know say your partner worthless, that means say two worthless people in a relationship. If you know that you're not gainfully employed, you're not ambitious, you're not ready for the task of being a father or a mother, I know that you're going to get kind of HORNY and you want to back it up and jack it up. But this is my advice to you. You are not prepared. You are ill-prepared to be a good mother, a good father, a good guardian. So therefore, if you have to go get wild and do the wild thing, I would advise that you either wrap it up. Don't explode in the club. It's either you wrap it up or you swallow. And people, yes, that is exactly what I am saying. The next thing is this. Why is it that when I work hard, discipline my child, make sure that they don't go to school and create any sorts of problem in the class, don't make the environment of learning worse by being mischievous, why is it that they have to be subjected to some wild animal, some vagabond, such as the one in the video and others in videos that I've seen? And people, the truth is, this is probably not the worst video that we've seen, because we see say, pitney in a class, I back it up and I jack it up. Pitney in a class, I blow go-go-zella upon the next student. Pitney, I act like wild animal, like them are some sort of wrestler, some sort of MMA fighter. So therefore, this one is kind of subtle. But because it is a teacher and a student, I guess it gets amplified. The next thing is that, why is it that these teachers who are paid not so handsomely have to be subjected to this? So therefore, them are putting extra effort, but they are not compensated properly. It is obvious that this new generation, they are not students looking for education, looking for a better future, and people, I am speaking in general, because of course most students out there turn out to be something even under not so ideal condition. However, a lot of these students that we see, they're obviously not going to be SHIT. They're obviously gunmen, criminals, scammers, scrippers, sketelina. Just name it, that is where they're destined for, destination doom. And people, here's the thing. These are the same persons that are creating mischief in a school. If them don't get them act together, becomes menace to society, becomes the criminals, become the people that are out there selling their body and doing all sorts of despicable, immoral, unethical stuff. Most of the times, unless there is some sort of intervention. I am not going to lose hope on the future, but the future looks kind of bleaky. That is the point that I am trying to make. So people, at the end of the day, this is yet a next example of how Jamaica is getting from bad to worse. And if there is no sort of intervention, meaning that any sort of program in the school to keep these pitney minds positive, if these the breed or crop of mothers that we have in the stud farm, because all them do a joke and jam and swallow and back it up and jack it up, and then them don't know how to act after the picnic come. So therefore the blind will lead the blind, pretty much. If the government don't step in and curtail this crime situation, this immoral, unethical stuff that is going on in the whole of society, the whole society corrupted and contaminated, it is going to happen over and over again. This is just a start. It only gets worse, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.